How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another virtual description. Today we are going to talk about my 1965 Ford Mustang A-Code GT Coupe. This is a vehicle that I bought from a private individual out of Utah. They had the vehicle for a while, but were not the ones that restored it. They were simply enjoying the vehicle, had other things pop up in life, put it up for sale, so I bought it directly from them. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly when the car was redone, but it's not a fresh restoration. My guess is it was probably done within the last 10 to 15 years if I had to guess, but unfortunately I don't have any paperwork for that. But it still is a very nice car, and we'll dive into that during this video. The motor that's in it obviously is a non-original motor, being that it is a 302. This would have originally been a 289 four-barrel car, being that it is an A code, but it has a great running 302 in it now. It does have the Sniper EFI fuel injection installed. It also does have Petronix ignition and an aluminum intake. Runs extremely well, very strong car mechanically. It is backed by a C4 3-speed automatic transmission. The transmission shifts up through the gears and down through the gears, in and out of reverse, does exactly what you want it to do. And then you have your standard Ford 8-inch rear end. On your exhaust system, this does have an aftermarket set of headers, does have aftermarket dual exhaust with H-pipes. Super turbo mufflers is what the brand of muffler is. And then it has your full tailpipes with the trumpet tips like the GTs would have come with. Other mechanical options that it has, you do have standard power steering, and this one does have manual front disc brakes with drums in the rear. Even though it is manual discs in the front, it still stops very nice. And then most importantly, you do have aftermarket AC. It is an underdash unit. It blows really nice and cold, a very strong volume of AC coming out of that underdash unit, and it's very, very comfortable to drive even when it's hot out. You do also have an aftermarket aluminum radiator with a flex fan. And then on the underneath, when we'll dive into this further, it does have an aftermarket front sway bar for the suspension. On the does it work section, a couple small things are not working. You have your dash lights. They're not coming on when you turn the headlights on, probably a bulb situation. The rear license plate light over the tag light is not working. And then the wipers work, but the washer fluid sprayers are not working. Some of your other gauges, like the oil and the temperature gauge, they are now functioning through the Sniper digital screen. So you do have functioning gauges. There's a bunch of different settings you can use, but most of the gauges are going to be set up through that Sniper screen. But your factory fuel gauge and your speedometer on the dash are functioning properly. Take a look at my Does It Work section. It's going to really outline what works and what doesn't work. But like we just said, there's some really small stuff not working on this one. During my normal pre-inspection, where I check for leaks, bushings, wear items, and overall condition of the suspension and the steering, I did note, like most of the Fords, you do have a little bit of a leak from that power steering ram, and then you have a minor oil leak from the bottom of the motor. Small enough stuff that doesn't need to be addressed, but just expect you're probably going to get a couple little drips underneath the car. The suspension and the steering components all check out nice. The front coil springs and the rear lower control arms have been replaced. The front coil springs and the front lower control arms have been replaced. You do have nice suspension. The steering is nice and tight. No weird squeaks or rattles going down the road. It's a good, tight driving car. On the exterior was a color change. This was originally a code M, which is Wimbledon white. Now it is red with the white vinyl top. Paint quality shows nice. You have a couple small little dents on the front valance you're going to get from road use, other little miscellaneous touch-ups and flaws around the car from being older, redone. The top itself is in nice shape. The front of the hood, or the top of the hood, does have some little spider cracks here and there. The door pins, you can move just a little bit up and down on the door, but the doors do open and close very nice. You have the 14-inch stamp style wheels with Cooper Cobra Radial GT tires, which are a 235/60/14 with a 2022 date code, so no issues with the tires. Cosmetically, it's just a really good looking car. I love the red with the white top. Obviously, the GT styling, being a GT car, just got a lot of good stuff going for it. In my additional informations tab posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com, it's going to outline photos of all the imperfections on the inside and the outside of the car, but it's all pretty small stuff. On the interior, this was originally a Code 65 red interior. Now it's red with the white inserts. Standard bucket seats. You have your floor shifter. Gauges are easy to read. Again, you have the aftermarket Sniper screen. That's going to have all those extra gauges on it. You do have your standard manual windows, manual locks, and then cassette AM/FM stereo with an aftermarket CD changer in the trunk. Steering wheel is a nice steering wheel. The horn works. There are a couple little cracks on the steering wheel surround at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. Carpet's in nice shape. Dash looks good. Headliner's in really nice shape. Other aftermarket items, you do have 6x9 speakers in the rear package tray, which looks good to me. Overall interior represents very, very clean. Nothing's really out of place or needing to be addressed on the inside of the car. Engine bay shows very well. Obviously, you have the replacement 302 motor. You have that Sniper EFI, so you are going to have some different electronics in the engine bay, but it shows well. The firewall, the inner fenders, the core support, everything shows great in the engine bay on this Mustang. Underneath, it is a very solid car. It has had the toe boards and the front floor pans, or excuse me, the front toe boards and the front floor pans worked a little bit, as well as the rear drop downs, but it is a good solid car. The floors are in nice shape. The frame rails look good. You're not fighting any current rust issues. They just did some small repairs when they restored the car, so it shows very well on the bottom side. And overall, this is a great Mustang. It cruises at 65, 70, even 75 miles an hour. It's very, very comfortable. It's a nice, tight driving car. I love the fact that it's already got the aftermarket AC and the EFI. Pretty much everything that I would personally do to one to make it very user-friendly and very enjoyable to drive has been done to this car. It's a great Mustang, has a ton of eye appeal. It's very solid, and just again, a really, really good Mustang. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my virtual descriptions. Make sure you check out the test drive video along with the additional informations tab. Both are posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com. I'll catch you guys on the next video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.